Hi, everyone. Welcome back to Grandpa Mark's Hobbies and a finale of our 1968 MPC Coronet RT. What an awesome kit. I haven't had this much fun just basically putting a kit together because there was not a whole lot of stuff that I had to fight for this one. It went together fine. Like I mentioned before, the kit was clean as a whistle. Zero flash, very, very minor mold lines. As a matter of fact, I had to search for the mold line back here where it rotates up in there, and I don't even know if I really got it. I couldn't find it that well. But it was a fun kit to build. We lit it, and we hid the battery. Everything worked out well with this kit. I built this for 446 pack. He left a message on the comment board down below that he would like to have one. And just the way he wrote everything up, I thought, I'm going to do it. And at that point, I didn't want anything to do with an MPC kit. Just my being me. There's no other reason for it than that. But I jumped on it. I found one and started building it and fell in love with it. 446 pack, you need to get a hold of me because I need your address. So email me or jump over to the group and PM me and let me know what your address is so I can get this sent off to you. But this kit went fantastic, except for I just pulled the back bumper off, which is fine. It's magnetized. It just clips right in place, even when I don't have my glasses. But I wanted to flip this over before I tore everything apart. The only thing extra that I did, I put the RT on here. I didn't sand it off, the markers. I used the Fusion Firm Chrome on. We talked about that before. The rims, he wanted Steelies. So I put the white Steelies in there with dog dishes, and I remembered to put in the valve stems. Underneath, we did a quick dry brushing, just to dirty it up, just a very little, and I rusted out just a little bit on the exhaust. We chromed off the tips, did aluminum. I didn't paint the belts on or the bands on here. I just left them the aluminum. I hope that's okay. And I didn't put any fuel lines or brake lines underneath because I'm going to be shipping this, and I was afraid that they might catch in the packaging or something. And I didn't want anything stupid to happen with this. It is such a nice kit. You see the white oil filter there with a blue stripe. The starter's under there. It's wired up. The alternator, everything went great. I did the overspray with my 0.2 millimeter Mobius and Kaleido acrylics. Everything here got the Kaleido acrylics. I did not do a clear coat on this. This is just the Kaleido paint and very light polishing with the Tamiya's polishing compound, the fine. I didn't use the coarse or anything, just the fine. And then I hit it with turtle wax ice. Came back and then did the panel liner, and everything worked out good. So, again, I have nothing bad to say about this kit at all, except for I messed the hood up. It didn't come out the way I wanted it to, so I had to respray it and everything. And now it's a little bit whiter than the rest of the body, but not that far off. So I just decided, let's just stop there and not mess it up anymore. I'm going to bring you down to this engine, if I can. There we go. Sometimes my camera just does not want to cooperate. And today we'll go with the purple flying finger. I'm going to start over here. The windshield washer reservoir went really well for me. And I know I talked about this in the last update, but I'm just going to do a quick cover. I did radiator hoses, It didn't come with them, so I just did the upper. That is a piece of aluminum wire that was coated with the black on it already. So I just cut it off at both ends and glued it in place. I did the radiator overflow line with just 0.3 millimeter solder. We used 0.8 millimeter solder for the heater hoses. And I was really tempted to do one orange, and I didn't. I chickened out because I wanted it to be uniform. Speaking of the 0.8 millimeter, I added the brake booster line, the two PCV lines. This one goes right into the air cleaner. I glued the air cleaner head down because I didn't want it to get messed up in shipping. But we have our throttle linkage here. We have a little return spring in there. We have our plug wires. I still went with the Excel plug wires. Our battery cables, the little brake coil or brake line, the coil up thing, the expansion. There we go. The transmission dipstick, the engine dipstick, and geez, I think that's it. I'm happy with the alternator. This was a two-piece alternator. And what I did is I put it together and I couldn't get it back apart. But that's okay. I painted it with a flat aluminum. Then I came back and I painted it with Tamiya's gold leaf, or copper, I'm sorry. I painted it with their copper and then came back over top of that and dry brushed it again with the flat aluminum. And then took my brown iron. I can never remember the name of this color. Dark iron. And I did that center ring with dark iron. Then we painted up the battery cables, or the battery and everything, and highlighted that. Just a little dirty inside there because, hey, what are you going to do? It's an engine. With that, we went with the lights. I don't think you can see them, which is cool, but the wires do run out and over this way and all the way down on both sides. The turn signal wires just run straight down the body on both sides, and everything stayed out of the way. It really did. It worked out great for me. I fusion firmed the two turn signals up front, and then I did a drop of clear red all the way up here where he's looking down at those lights. The interior, it's all together. I have a couple of pictures in the music montage at the end I'll throw in of that because it's pretty much hidden away. It looks great, though. We got the dome light thanks to Jim Pelosi. I got a nice looking dome light in there. I did paint the back panel black. I was told that they all were that way, so I jumped on that. The headlights look awesome. Couldn't be happier about the headlights. Turn signal lights, they're just UV resin. And then I painted the top of the UV resin with the clear orange. The LEDs are held in place with the UV resin, and then I have the clear lenses on top of that, held in with my quick shine. And what I like to do with the quick shine is you get it on the inside, and then you get the glass in there, and you let it sit for just a half a second or so, and then really gently, because you can move that glass easy, is cover the whole lens with the quick shine, and that really clears those lenses up. So let's spin it all the way around while we're talking about lights. The taillights, I'm going to have to pull you back here so I don't smack the front. The taillights, I showed how I built that box, and now you can see, if you look, you can see the LED way back there, but it gives it a nice even color across the board. So I'm really happy with that. Made up some, I'm just going to pull it off. Made some 446 pack Ohio 68 license plates. Just, it's made in Ohio. like I said, I didn't have his address, so I wasn't sure which state to put. But we're going to go with the Ohio, and it looks good. And that's how I hide that battery, is the 2 magnets right here attached to those 2 magnets and cover everything up. And I do need tweezers to pull that thing out of there, but that's like once every 19 days if you want to keep it lit. Like I said, there's not a whole lot to cover here. The car is an awesome car. If you see it anywhere, grab it. I'm telling you right now, like I said, the only problem I had was right here with the hood is a little bit shy. The chrome up front here, I did with the Fusion Firm first. Painted the whole thing Fusion Firm. And then went in afterwards and did panel liner on there right over the Fusion Firm. And it worked great. So the more I'm messing around with like the Fusion Firm and the new Gallery's Kaleido paints, the more I'm finding I can do a lot better job with those 2 products than I can with my old Tamiya paints and the Quick Shine cover. Tamiya's panel liner runs quick, fast, and in a hurry on this stuff, and it cleans up really well on the Kaleido paint. And this Kaleido paint is hard as a rock. I had a guy comment that I'm putting the hood, already painted hood, down on my workbench, and I was turning it around and stuff like that. If you can find a scratch on there, let me know. It's just stuff as hard as a rock. It really is. The more I use it, the more I'm impressed with it. It sprays really well. It lays even. So far I've used my 0.3 millimeter, my 0.5 millimeter, the 0.2 millimeter. Every brush I used with it, it went through it awesomely. So with that, how about if we go straight in and thank Gallery for everything they're doing for us. My shop is really coming around because of them. I love everything I've been using. And their new paints, if you haven't tried them, try them out. When you do, use Grandpa Mark in the coupon code and you'll get 10% off of your order. Let's thank our veterans, our active duty people, and our first responders. They put it on the line every single day for us, and I salute each and every one of you. I want to thank Bruce, because I know he's working behind the scenes big time for our first annual 24-hour breast cancer awareness group build. That'll be October 11th, 2025. It'll be myself. Lennis will be behind the scenes building. Zach's going to be behind the scenes building. A whole bunch of other people are going to be behind the scenes building. Jason from KRD Klein Racing Design is going to be building online with us, and so is Bruce from Bruce's Eclectic World. And Bruce is the man with the technology skills to make all this happen. So I want everybody to go over to his and Jason's YouTube pages and give them a subscribe, and in a comment on one of the videos you watch, tell them thank you for everything they're doing for the community. And with that, how about if we go back to the car and start our music montage? It'll be a short one today. So I want to thank everybody for everything. You all have a great day and a better tomorrow. And thank you for watching.